Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we are playing some Solemnity Control today. So I'm actually re-recording this intro. Unfortunately, I lost the one that I recorded when I was recording live here, but I wanted to come back in here and talk about this deck after having played it a little bit, and also because I finally got something from AetherHub or mtga Assistant, and that is a affiliate link. So down in the description below, if you guys want to check out mtga Assistant, it is my favorite app with this. I think it's almost better, well, it's better put together than almost MTG Arena itself. It is such a powerful and wonderful app here. So you can see how we did with our Solemnity Control deck. I will go into the actual like when wins happen, when they don't. But overall, with this app, it is amazing, where you actually get information on your deck, so you can see how our win-loss ratio went. You know how we went throughout the over the course of playing multiple games. If you have a deck and you're trying to make it really good and powerful, you can see how it's doing, how it's playing, and everything like that. You can see how you did in different events. You can see who you played up against. It just has all the information for you. And one of my favorite things with the app is also just going to your account statistics, seeing how you're doing for the month. This season, I played a bunch of janky decks initially, and I had like a 30% win rate. It was terrible. And so lately I've been able to increase that, playing a lot better content here, a lot better decks. You can also jump in and see how you're doing against everybody else that has the app, and you can see where you rank with everyone. And that's one of my favorite things, just to kind of see, okay, can I get up to the top 20 within the app? So you're not just going up against the entire world, you're going up against people that use this. And so I just wanted to kind of give a shout out to this kind of one time. I'll probably just like announce it here and there. I kind of always have it in the links down in the description below. But I just wanted to say, I know the people that actually are creating this app. They are amazing human beings. I've actually had Andre on my channel before. We played up a match against each other. He's the guy that runs AetherHub as well. And so if you guys like his stuff, whatever, support him, support me. Click the link down in the description below. If you get a download, it does support the channel. So all those people that are looking for ways to support the channel without actually having to spend any money, the app is totally free, and it's it's completely user friendly, worthwhile, and awesome here. So if you guys want to check it out, you want to support me, that's the way to do it. Let's dive into this deck here. This deck is awesome, fun, and busted. So what we're trying to do here with this deck is we have 9 lives that says whenever we prevent all combat damage would be dealt to us. Every time damage would be dealt to us, we put a counter onto 9 lives. Once there's 9 counters, 9 lives gone, then we exile it and we lose the game. So so that could just be 9 1-point damage instances. So 9 lives is good against certain decks, like the big stompy decks that are just trying to hit through with one big thing. They have to do it 9 times instead of 3, and so it's actually really nice to use that. You can play this up after the fact with other stuff. So it's a really good card overall, but there is some downside. Well, we take away all of that downside by playing Solemnity. 3 mana players can't get counters. Counters can't be put on artifacts, creatures, enchantments, or lands, and so 9 lives cannot have counters put onto it. Therefore, because it has hexproof, it's very difficult to actually get rid of 9 lives. There's only a few ways to do it. Ugin, exiling it, planar cleansing, and cleansing Nova are basically the only way. The ones that wipe all enchantments, which there's not a ton of effects out there. They are out there, but there's not a ton, not many people run them. So 9 lives is an amazing card here with Solemnity, and we can just kind of lock out the game. We also have Gideon of the Trials, which kind of does the same thing here, where we have the emblem. As long as we have a Gideon on the battlefield, a Gideon Planeswalker, then we cannot lose the game. That's his last ability there. And so we also have that where 9 lives, even if 9 lives will leave, as long as we have a Gideon and the Gideon emblem there, we still won't lose the game, because it stops all lose game effects. And the lose game effect only happens immediately after it comes off the battlefield. After that, it's no longer a trigger. If Gideon dies the next turn and we still have life, you still have a high life total because 9 lives prevented all that damage beforehand, then we're still fine. We have extra turns to keep playing. And so how do we actually win the game? Most people do kind of scoop once they recognize that they can't do anything. They expect you to have something to go for it. We do have kind of the beatdown plan with just the Gideons. These become 4/4 indestructibles. Heliod, with all of our different enchantments that we have, and all the devotion, can just be an indestructible swing in, get you down to your 0 life total. We have a bunch of Wrath of Gods and Settled Wreckage to make sure that our board stays stays on the board and theirs does not. So then we can be swinging in with these creatures. So that is one win condition. The other one, which is really fun here, and it does work out pretty well for us. Maybe we even want to go up to 3 copies so we see it more often. But we aren't running a ton of land, so I didn't feel like it fit just right. But I think 2 copies for sure worked. So 7 mana sorcery. If it's Approach of the Second Sun. If this spell was cast from your hand and you've cast another spell named Approach of the Second Sun this game, you win the game. Otherwise, you put Approach of the Second Sun into the owner's library, 7th from the top, and you gain 7 life. So you can cast it, and then if you have cast it already before, you just immediately win the game once it resolves. So it does have to resolve. The second one has to resolve. The first one does not. And then otherwise, you put the approach back into the library, and then 7 turns later, you'll draw it, and you'll be able to go off with it. We don't have a ton of ways to draw cards in the deck. We have Revitalize, Dawn of Hope, and Mangara. So the goal isn't necessarily to draw it back immediately and be able to play it the next turn. There's a lot of decks that do that with Approach of the Second Sun. Our goal instead is to just kind of lock them out. we have a lock on the game. So Solemnity, 9 lives, they can't do damage to us. If they're not milling us out, we are going to win with Approach of the Second Sun, as long as they don't have a bunch of counters for it. If they do have a bunch of counters for it, we have answers with Gideons and Heliod's, and they're really difficult things to deal with. And so overall, that does win us games. And so that's the game plan of this deck. It is super fun. I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay that we have for it. Please excuse my having our little newborn with me. It was baby duty that time. Actually, it wasn't. It was just more that I just really wanted to hold on to my baby, and I can while I'm playing because she was super sweet and sleeping. And so I hope you guys excuse that. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay. Hope you enjoy it, and wish me luck. Up against Before the Broken. Keep this. Plains. Again, I'm really intrigued to see what happens with Birth Mellitus and Solemnity. It's either going to be amazing or terrible. I think the way it works is that the counter goes on and then the next saga triggers. So it says, how does this work? So is it as a lore counter is put onto it, then it causes the trigger? Or the trigger happens and then you put an extra lore counter onto it, and once there's 3, you sack it. I'm really not sure. Alright, so we can put down 9 lives here. It's better to put down 9 lives before Solemnity. They can actually have removal for Solemnity, but they shouldn't have an answer for 9 lives. Basically, we land the Solemnity, and then we say, do you have answers in your deck? If not, we win. And that's just how it goes. They have to deal with it. You have no blocks. You take 1 counter. Healing also just becomes a really good blocker for us. So let's go with, let's go ahead and devastate them a little bit more here. So seal away. Birth of Mellitus number 2. Grab a plates. Just to keep us hitting our land drops, everything like that. Alright, yeah, Solemnity also will kind of hose the Heliod. No blocks. Having multiples also is going to be pretty fun. Alright, so go Solemnity. Okay. Now, we're going to see what happens with Birth of Mellitus. Either we gain 2 life every turn, or it just stays on the battlefield and doesn't do anything. I'm kind of thinking it's the latter, but we'll see.
We must fight for a better.
Alright, so they gain life, they get to put counters onto something, which can't get anything. Sorry. They swing in, they'll recognize life is futile. They do absolutely nothing. We say no blocks. And no counters go on to 9 lives. Life is great. And it looks like Birth of Mellitus does not work. Alright, so that answers that question. Alright, so we do have to answer this Ajani before they get to a lot of life. Otis scoops it up. There we go. So we had the Heliod, we had the Gideon of Trials. We can't lose the game. Our creatures are hard to deal with. That's just fun. And we got the Platinum Tier 1. Boom, bam, baby. Alright, up against Fandwick. Bring it on. I'm keeping this because we have a lot of our 3-drop pieces that we want. Ooh, that's bad. That's good. Congratulations. Thanks so much, man. Yeah, HGG. Thank you, thank you. So we have a really good hand here. We just have to hit our land drops. So I might prioritize the Revitalize over Seal Away. You know, because we have Settle the Wreckage, getting rid of damage early on, we can Revitalize later. Get rid of the Soulscar Mage. It gets rid of more wizards. Basically, we want them top decking, and then we want to start getting our control stuff down. Ooh, that's bad. Alright, board wipe. Please, oh please. I guess I can just Gideon and say no damage for you. Yeah, you can't do damage, sorry. Sorry about it.
Waiting for this.
Shocks her face, that's cool. Yeah. Damage each opponent, but doesn't work because of Gideon. Ooh, a lot of burn. Lots and lots of burn. Alright, we'll get out 9 lives. That means they have to find 9 burn spells. Doesn't matter about the amount of damage. There's 9 burn spells. Or we can settle here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I stopped the damage coming in from the incinerator. Activates here. Resolve.
Well done. Try getting through me.
Oh, we have a cop rat sat out of our window as well. Stay asleep, stay asleep. It's all good. Let's see here. What do we do now? Just hold up Settle Wreckage. I'm assuming they're not actually going to be attacking in. I guess we can play Mangara. If they cast 2 spells, we draw a card. If they find something to attack in with, we start gaining life. We can actually keep this down and start gaining the life that they start dealing to us. This is a little bit awkward because it's the one creature that we have in our deck that doesn't survive the board wipes that we have. But we have things like Settle the Wreckage, we have a few other things. The weird thing about Mono Red is they're not attacking in as much as they should be, you know? Seal Away is interesting. Alright, so target Chandra's Incinerator. Let's go ahead and seal that away. Grim Lavamancer might have been better. Still don't handle land.
Fight on. You'll have to get through me first.
So we swing in. Gain 2 life. Yeah, so they don't take damage, but we get to at least gain the 2 life. Which is nice. So now they get to start attacking the Gideon with Grim Lavamancer. So maybe it was better to get the Grim Lavamancer instead. They're only going to have so many cards, though, available. Wrath of God. Do we use that now? I could just go for the 9 lives plan. Alright, we'll play Wrath of God. We'll lose the Mangara. I could have attacked in first, but if things work out, I might actually swing in with him. Shocks her face. 2 damage there. Lavamancer hits her face, kills the Gideon. Wipes the entire board, but they're empty-handed. They've got nothing. We get to drop the 9 lives on the next turn, and then they have to build 9 points of damage before we do anything, so still in pretty good shape here. Alright, play the 9 lives. I'm kind of assuming a scoop is coming in just a bit. Shocks her face. That's fine. We didn't get the Gideon emblem, unfortunately. Alright, swings in. Digging for the solemnity. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. Iliad. It's a blocker. Pass the turn. Dude, I'm liking this deck quite a bit. It is sweet. Not the typical stuff I do. 2 damage. Okay. Revitalize. Counter out the Heliod. Alright, this should be game. So Gideon, we can't lose the game as long as we have a Gideon.
There is no shame in quitting.
Hold up defense, I think, for this turn. I really want to be going and grabbing lands. Good game. Yeah. There it is. Bam! Got him. As I said, there's a lot of creature decks in the format right now. Man, sweet hand again. Alright, play the planes past the turn. Ooh, Merfolk. Merfolk is very scary. We really need board wipes and soon. Is this a combo deck? Okay, it is just Merfolk, I think. Let's go ahead and birth Emilizzle. Make sure we keep hitting our land drops. Try to dig for that Wrath of God. Wrath of God, by the way, is so amazing. That and Settle the Wreckage will be really good here. How's the new human being doing? She's doing so well. She's good. She just has to deal with the obnoxious older brother. That's we are learning how to deal with him. It's amazing how different dealing with him now again. It's just a completely different game than it was before. Alright, so Gideon of the Trials. Tick up on Branch Walker.
This is plain worth saving. You hold no power over me.
And this is where the deck really makes people like feel like a futile mission, where luckily Merfolk can go wide, but they know a board wipe's coming. So they are going to swing at Gideon because they have to get Gideon off the board. Otherwise, we can't lose the game eventually, right? If we put down 9 lives, they have to be swinging lots of people at us. Otherwise, our life total is never going to go down. And so we just get to sit here, you know, fat and happy for a while, and life is great. Let's go ahead and tick up on Branch Walker again. I think I'm going to keep trying to get my land drops. So Birth of Emilizzle number 2, and I think I can hold up the Seal Away. This is going to be Collected Company, isn't it? Ooh, Collected Company with Merfolk? Dude, this is so bad. Hey, Merfolk is a thing I've got to try sometime soon. Alright, let that resolve. I may still hit the Silvergale Adept. I guess we'll see. Alright, please, please. You may tap or untap target permanent. That's bad. Alright. Ooh. And this is just our lands in general as well. So anytime Merfolk enters battlefield, our lands start going away. There's one. We're going to tap this down. We can't seal away once they tap down our lands. It's just any permanent. Why is this a thing? This is busted. These planes are pretty. Yeah, I do like these ones. I hate that every time a new land comes in, though, it shifts my automatic lands to something else. Because I hate going in and getting lands that aren't my automatic lands. But why pick these ones when I have much better ones? So untaps a land. That's better for us, I guess, overall. We have a lot of board wipes in this deck. Please let us have one. Yeah, if we get the board wipe, we should just win. I don't know, Merfolk can rebuild pretty consistently too, though. Merchant showed off his Merfolk deck and it looks scary. Dude, I'll have to try this one out at some point. Alright, yeah, we only want one going at Gideon. That's really nice. So they could flash in a Merfolk and untap this. That's a possibility. Alright, we keep Gideon alive. Life is great. Board wipe, board wipe, board wipe. Down to 11. That's not a board wipe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not enough for the collected company right now. So I can go for 9 lives, and it's a little bit awkward here. Mingaras will help us maybe draw some cards if they play multiple things. But I guess that's probably the game plan. Let's go ahead and hit Gideon Trials, so they have to kill this. We play Mingara. The issue is that they could probably easily kill this and us with being able to tap everything down, but I think it's the best shot that we've got. 9 lives might have been a little bit better, but this gives us a better chance of actually hitting the Wrath of God. Merfolk Trickster taps 2 things down. Yeah, that's game. They have enough damage already. Do we want to play these kinds of games out? So I'll just talk it through real quick. Yeah, so they only need to do 11 damage to our face and get 4 damage here. We have nothing in hand, and so we scoop. They definitely have enough to do it. They could have dead stuff in hand, but I think even on board they're fine because of the Trickster to be able to tap 2 things down. Up against Birdie Bomber. Yeah, I guess we keep. We have a board wipe. We have things, interaction, card draw, ways to get our 3rd land. Pass the turn. Mono red has been very, very scary. Hitting the Wrath of God there is really nice, though. I want them to stay away from the light up the stage, so I am going to seal this away now. Save the board wipes for when we need to, since we have 2 of them. Basically, the only bad thing is if we don't get to our 3rd and 4th land by the time they hit big things. All right, play Gideon.
Gods bless us in our righteous cause. Your light will cleave the darkness.
Gideon was safe enough to play there. We hit the land drop. If we don't hit land here, like, there's not enough of a board really to worry about it just yet. I love this Gideon so much. I think that Gideon of the Trials is definitely better, but Gideon Blackblade is so fun to play. So fun. Down to 19. Light up the stage. This Alchemist is... It probably does like 9 points of damage in a game. It's really powerful. Grim Lavamancer.
That's enough.
So we can Wrath of God now with the creatures that don't do much of anything. And actually be able to get in here. Let's see what happens if we swing. We are doing more damage than they are. Now, at least. I
will lend you my strength.
Let's see, 3 cards in hand. basically an empty hand. If they find like other light up the stage, you're gonna have to cast it full force. I think that Cellar Wreckage should cover most of their big our big problems here. And so I think that we do just try to get rid of this now. Okay, lightning strike. So we take 5. Oh, they didn't fire it off again. Sweet. Another Soulscar Mage. Okay, empty out a bunch of fighting creatures. Nope.
Justice cannot be killed.
We could just get rid of this now. We lose the Gideon Blackblade. I guess nah.
I believe in you.
The issue with Soulscar Mage is that putting negative counters onto this is a really big deal. Alright, down to 12. Pass the turn. Maybe using Revitalize there was better, but if they do have like other hasty wizards coming in, it is worthwhile to settle here. They can't put negative counters onto it when it's not a creature. I think it's only on creatures instead. Shocks her face. Doesn't care about anything else, alright. This feels like a light up the stage. Yeah, Gideon can't target himself with a +1. Okay, baby. Alright, this is a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Swings at the Gideon. 1 card left. I think that we actually do go ahead and fire this off. It's weird only getting 1 creature, but they also don't get that many more lands. So they still have a decent chance of just top decking lands here. Oh, Incinerator. Nice.
Stand down.
Well, in that case, we will exile you.
Darkness
And
be
then
gone.
attack. We will Revitalize now just because I want to hit the lands to try to get to approach. And pass the turn. 1 damage does kill Gideon now. But that's damage not going at our face still. And I think that we should be able to survive enough turns here. Alright, that's a shame.
Bravery wasn't enough.
Alright, approach the second sun. Back up to 20 life. There we go. Alright, so either we find the other one or in 7 turns we win. Yeah, can you top deck better than us with Castle Ardenvel? We got him again. The mono red killer. I like it. Alright, everything in our hand needs double white sources. So we're really banking on this Revitalize if we keep the hand. Otherwise, it's a really good curve. Like, indestructible creature with stuff. And we have how many turns to find it? I guess we have turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 to try to find white. So 3 draws. The odds are really in our favor to find it. So we're gonna keep it. On a scale of 0 to 10, how tired am I? Not that bad actually. I'd say I'm probably at a 2. Get Revitalize. Go Gids.
Together we can banish evil from this plane. Share in my light.
Maybe I should be staying further back from my
I don't think so.
mic all the time, because people have been complaining about my sound quality here and there. Okay. Really warm, really toasty. So yeah, I can't target Gideon, so that goes there. I'm gonna text my wife to come turn on our fan so I can actually get this room a little bit cooler. Oh, goblins.
That was a good hit.
Gobos are bad.
Stand down.
Settle the Wreckage is really nice though. Into Wrath of God seems legit.
I believe in you.
All right, down to 12. Yeah, pass the turn. So much awesomeness. There's the Muxus. Yep, the early Muxus because of Friction Power. So good. And the Chieftain, Skirt Prospector. Let's just hope they go for an all-out swing. That's the dream. We can get the Settle here. If they attack poorly, I'll just seal away the Muxus. Alright. Yeah, in this case, I think we just seal away Muxus. I'm doing it now so that Skirk Prospector, if they sack it, they still won't have enough mana to do anything with it. We can definitely take 4 here and still hold up Settle for later turns. Okay, down to 19. I mean, the Chieftain is still a big deal. It's something we have to deal with. But that was really good. Dawn of Hope. Bring him down to 8. Dude, this Gideon, I mean, it closes out games quick. Pass the turn, we can make tokens, or we can settle. Life feels pretty great here. They have the double Chieftain. They could go for Muxus. They have another Muxus. Of course you have another Muxus. Who in the world doesn't have another Muxus? And now they get another Muxus. Let's see if they actually go for it here. They have the Skirt Prospector. So they should be able to combo off, which I'm hoping means that they run out of gas here. We get to settle. Because, I mean, this is what goblins do. They go all in, right? And if that doesn't work, Settle the Wreckage into Wrath of God should do the trick. Yep, that is a lot of gobos. Sacrificing 3 to play a Chieftain is definitely worthwhile here if you're wanting more damage. Alright, so this is whenever you have a response and it happens, what I do is I always hover over the card that could be causing the response. Because that way they don't think, oh, it's a Settle the Wreckage. They're thinking, oh, Dawn of Hope just keeps responding. That's why they have something, which I mean, it technically is. But big brain plays here with Hefe. And the more they commit, the better our life becomes. Please play the other Muxus. Yeah, I think that Muxus will probably end up getting banned. Skirt Prospector is definitely up for debate with being banned as well. But, like, honestly, I think Muxus is the problem, more so than anything else. All the other goblins are amazing and powerful, but manageable. We only get up to, what is it? It can be up to like 20 mana worth of free cards out of playing a 6-drop is really, really powerful. The fact that they're all really powerful as well is really good. By the way, I think I missed a sub earlier. I'm really sorry. I missed Aroc with 901. Thanks so much for the Prime sub. Alright, let's see it, folks. They need enough to represent lethal. We can have 2 blockers with the Dawn of Hope as well. They have some mana. Let's see here. Not attacking the Gideon Blackblade. Alright, girl, you are really hot. We really need to get this fan on. Alright, I'll be right back. Well, there's the blanket too. Alright, so here's the question. They could have another Gem Palm Incinerator in hand. If they do, we lose to Script Prospector cycling here. If we settle and then Wrath, we probably win anyway. So we can just chump here, but there is a chance that we get got. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and activate it. I think that it's worthwhile to hold off on the settle. Please don't have another one. They have another one. Ooh. Ooh, that was scary. That was very, very scary. Let's get this blanket just kind of covering me a little bit. There we go. The fan works wonders. Alright, so Wrath of God.
I believe in you, friend.
I mean, they could have another Muxus and we could still be dead. 3 cards. Of course, that is the 4th Muxus. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, Justice Kirk Prospector. Whew. My goodness.
Not on my watch.
Let's see here. How do we do this? Okay, Gideon of the Trials.
Ketra, watch over me.
Wait, just prevent the damage that's dealt to it instead of exiling it here? That's probably the best play, right?
I will lend you my strength.
Alright, blocks with Skirt Prospector. That's what I was hoping for. So I didn't take up on Gideon yet because I was hoping that they would chump there. I mean, they had to chump with something. But instead of letting him know, like, hey, chump here, we just kind of go with that instead. And pass the turn. You don't have another Muxus. We know that. There are no more Muxus. Right? That should be 4. 1, 2, 3, and then the one on the board. Alright, Hasty Dude is still annoying. Oh, more hastiness. Alright, they had to kill the Gideon. So we didn't get the emblem. We don't have enough for the settle. Could have gone for Mangara, I guess. Alright, lose Gideon.
How do you feel about a rematch?
Pass to my turn.
I don't think so.
That's game. Wrath of God. Swing in. Yes! Dude, I love this deck. It destroys Gobos. I don't think I've lost a game against goblins with this deck yet. Maybe if I did in this video already, I'm sorry, but I don't think I have. Oh, but I never didn't have it. Boom, bam, baby. Alright, against J. Fitch. A lot of good 4-drops. Revitalize to get there. Solemnity is really meh. But being on the play, this is a better hand. Like I like keeping Revitalize and not as much on the play, much more than on the draw. Soul Warden, okay. Warbripe's looking pretty here past the turn. Bishop of Wings. Okay, Revitalize. 9 lives is pretty good. Kind of good, actually. That's not a land. Oh no. Oh no, it's going so wrong. We had so many looks for land. These 3 cards all could have been a land, but no. They're all 3-drops. What are the odds? Never tell me the odds. Alright, so surprisingly enough here, I think we either go for 9 lives, but that's a little bit dangerous if we still don't hit another land. Solemnity stops some of their different things they can do. Like if they have a Johnny's Pride Mate in here as well, that kind of thing. And so I think we go for Solemnity, and we pass the turn. Crushing goblins and making babies. Absolute unit. Exactly far. You get me. Exactly. Yeah, Bishop of Wings is one of my favorite cards of all time. I really... It's one of those cards that I always... And it's a card I've always want to do well, and then it's good enough that it actually does do well every once in a while. The nice thing about 9 lives is that we can hold on to it for forever. Like, we don't have to play it right away. But now we go 9 lives, and we see if they have an answer to it. And there you go. I mean, we did the thing, right? I was thinking this was a bad hand, but I just remembered we have all the things we've ever wanted. They can attack. It does nothing. We just wait until we get to our land, go for the approach of the second sun. No damage is dealt. Our life total stays the same. That's perfectly fine. We may seal away the Bishop of Wings just so that when we board wipe, we actually clear up the board. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Seal away, hit Bishop of Wings, pass the turn. Hitting a land one of these days would be nice. They're at 6. I mean, this is an issue of running 24 lands instead of like 25, 26. This deck could definitely run instead. Let's reset the board. It really doesn't matter a ton here. I'm trying to think of anything that life gain really matters. It's more just like making them feel even more hopeless. Alright, I keep trying to hit the lands. Pass the turn. That's not a land! Oh no! Settle. That's also not a land. I guess we play Mangara. Yep, you can have some life. We want the card draw. Oh no! Rats. However could this happen? So yeah, this does prevent the damage. That means that life gain doesn't work on the attack, at least. Spending just so much life gain, oh my goodness. I mean, they're doing really cool things, but like, as soon as we show them the approach of the second sun, the game's basically over. Can't really play 9 lives or the Gideons just yet. Should we Solemnity number 2? If they have mass board, or like the only thing that really gets us here is removal of the Solemnity. So no attacks, pass the turn. If they have a thing that kills all enchantments, like Cleansing Nova, then we're dead anyway, because it kills the 9 lives. I mean, that's the reason to have the Gideon out, but Gideon also dies pretty easily. Dude, why can't we find land? That's the third. Oh my goodness. Alright, we're gonna play Magic one of these days. You just wait and see, sir. Oh man. I'm kind of assuming they have Nova. It's a card that's definitely played. Because especially in a deck like this where you might have a massive board wipe, but you also are playing kind of mid-rangey stuff. That's actually the perfect time to play like 1, maybe 2 Cleansing Novas. So I can get into the trials, create an emblem, seal away something, and then play another one. But also just Wrath of God here, huh? Let's see if we can do that and hold up other stuff. So, get into the trials.
I will prove myself.
Can't lose the game.
Your defeat
Pass
is
the
inevitable.
turn. Veto. Alright, veto does cause loss of life. Which now means Gideon actually matters quite a bit. This, oh no, this is so bad. Take it. So here's one thing though, is that they are thinking they can gain life off of the attack. Unfortunately, you cannot. So not blocking is the best possible thing here. We prevent all damage that's dealt to our face. Good game. Oh boy, you sure got us. Oh, actually, they attack everything at Gideon and we lose. No! We actually lost it. My defeat is inevitable. So I was thinking, like, so if they decided to attack our face, it would prevent damage and no life would be gained. Because they're attacking at Gideon, the life gain will go through, which will then kill Vito. So I messed up. I should have wrathed. You done messed up, Ron. You done messed up. It is annoying when you have the answer in hand. All right, so wait, let's see here. Do we actually have a shot here? Seal away. I forgot about the seal away. Hit the Baneslayer Angel. They gain 5 life. We keep Gideon alive, which is all that matters. And then we Wrath. Okay, we're negative, but that's totally fine. It doesn't matter whatsoever. Wrath of God. Yeah, okay. Everything of yours is gone. Dude, nice. They're at 69. Oh, I forgot about the tokens. I forgot about the tokens. No. No. I should have saved it for the settle the wreckage. Should have settled. No, because Vito... Man, maybe they could have done something. Oops. I forgot about the tokens. We won, and then we lost, and then we won again, and then we lost again. We're gonna prevent the 9 lives from doing damage to us.
Now it's my turn.
So all they have to do is kill Gideon and we're dead. I could have played the other Gideon, but that definitely wouldn't have done anything. Belka Ascension, good for you. Dude, just finish us off. Alright, yeah, you show that deck. Wait, you should have ended at 69, dude. Alright. Gideon's dead, we are dead. Oh, that was the best game ever. That was so good. Alright, so overall, Solemnity Control is a super fun deck. And the best thing about it is that being so solemn has kept this baby with us the entire way through, guys. We have Baby Ember with us the whole way through. And so the deck is super fun. I definitely need to get this deck list up for you guys on Twitch here. But yeah, this deck is so fun. That last game was the best. I loved it so much. 9 lives Solemnity is something that a lot of decks just can't handle. We did see that there are quite a few things that have loss of life, which does get around the 9 lives ability, which is the reason for Getting into the Trials. Unfortunately, Getting into the Trials is kind of hard to keep alive as well. It's not necessarily easy. So it's fun, it's good, it's definitely a janky deck. We kind of just got hosed in that last game altogether, but yeah, so I definitely think you should try it out if you have all the wild cards to do it. I recognize that this is a very expensive deck, and so if you don't have all the things, then you know, don't do it then. But it's really fun to try, so that was a blast. Anyway, so if you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure that you like and subscribe. If you guys want to check me out on Twitch, the link down in the description below to go and follow for the babe. Do it for the babe. All right, and we're going to move on to some other stuff. Here we go.